If you're thinking about starting a shop on Etsy, you are in the right place. Hi guys, I'm Sonal from SOSA Candles, and today I'm going to take you through a ride through Etsy. I have been both a buyer and a seller on Etsy, and I know how it works, and all I want to do is share my experience with you. I was first introduced to Etsy when I first started my business. There were a lot of supplies that I really wanted, and not a lot of them were available back here in my country, and hence I started to look online. At first I was I encountered Alibaba, and I really liked the stuff on Alibaba, but the problem was that I had to buy those stuff in higher quantities, which I could not afford at that point in time. And I started to look more, and that's when I came across Etsy. I really loved the entire marketplace, because there you meet sellers who are selling you handmade, unique and vintage items, and you can buy products in lower quantities. So I started my business back in 2021. I have a candle business, and I wanted to buy some candle supplies such as silicone molds, wicks, fragrances, wax, you name it. And I just started looking around for sellers on Etsy. Because it was a small business, a new business, I really wanted to start purchasing in smaller quantities, and I found Etsy as a very fantastic platform. Naturally, when I started my business, when I started selling via Etsy. Etsy was the first platform on which I listed my products, and it has been such a seamless process. I have just not only enjoyed selling my products through Etsy, but Etsy's really taught me how to do business and how to actually run a business successfully. So if you are committed about selling on Etsy, you are in the right place. I'm going to share all my experiences and everything you need to learn about setting up an Etsy shop. And naturally it's going to be a very detailed and a very informative video, so I would recommend that you'll watch this video till the end. And let's begin. So I have just prepared like a small deck here for you all to see, and let's quickly have a look at the agenda today. So what we're going to discuss today is what is Etsy platform, things about setting up your shop, listing your products, shop optimization and selling and branding your shop, shipping and handling, marketing and promotion, customer service, monitor and adapt. So we're going to briefly touch on these points, and because Etsy is such a comprehensive platform, it is not really possible for me to cover everything in one video. Hence, I'm going to create a series of videos in which I'm going to go through all these steps in the minutest of detail, so that there is nothing left for guesswork. You don't have to assume anything, or you don't have to go and watch any other video for selling on Etsy. So let's quickly begin, and I hope it's a great learning experience for you all. So moving on, what is Etsy? Oh, so sorry. I also forgot to inform you that there are going to be bonus additional tips which I'm going to share at the end of this video. So please make sure to watch this video till the end. I am really excited, and I hope you're as excited as I am. So let's quickly begin. Okay. So at first, what is Etsy? Well, Etsy is a unique online marketplace which helps you meet sellers, independent online sellers who are selling you handmade, unique, vintage and just one of a kind items. And this is not just from one place, it's from across the world. So you can find Jaipuri kurtas on Etsy, as well as you can find the best mochi from Japan in Etsy. You can also find the best matcha tea on Etsy, and you can find the world's finest and beautiful ceramics on Etsy. And you can also find SOSA candles on Etsy. Like I said, I've been selling on Etsy, and I just love the experience of being a buyer and a seller myself. So it's just been really, really good. Touch wood, I'm very, very blessed that I, came across Etsy. It just really helped me start my business. And yeah, Etsy is just an online marketplace that connects you to, it's like a marketplace that connects buyers and sellers from across the world. If you're sitting somewhere in the world, you can still register your shop on Etsy. You can list your products and you can start selling them instantly. And I think that is the power of Etsy. And it's available across the world. It helps you find buyers as well, who are willing to pay the cost for the value that you provide, whether it is in physical or in digital products. So Etsy is a platform that really helps you buy physical and digital products as well. And we're going to talk more about the products in the later videos. So let me quickly move on. Like I said, handmade, vintage and unique goods. So there's like a I think there's an understanding here with Etsy that for you to sell a vintage item, it has to be at least 20 years or older. And there are a lot more other things that they have, which they have detailed in their Etsy policies. So there is this seller policies, which is which is devised by Etsy, and they detail everything there. And we're going to go through the Etsy seller policies in detail as well in the coming videos. It's just like good to know for you. Before you start selling on Etsy, you must just scan through the seller policies. It tells you about the do's and don'ts and about how to sell on Etsy, and what are the things that are allowed on Etsy, what is not allowed on Etsy, and just the specific rules about the environment of Etsy and how you can sell on Etsy. So yeah, that's just all about it. The link is right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the description as well, and we're going to talk about it in detail in the upcoming chapters. So yeah, before selling on Etsy, it's really, really important that you read and scan through the entire Etsy's policies, because they really only want unique handmade sellers to be on the platform. And like I said, it's a platform for unique items. So I am very confident that they don't really promote mass produced items, and this is the place where you find unique items itself. So yeah, just go through the Etsy policies once before you start, so that there are no confusions at all. Moving on. So setting up your Etsy shop. Setting up your Etsy shop entails a few things. First is that you have to create an account. You have to create an account on Etsy. This can be simply done by using your email address and a password. Once you do that, you'll have to set up your shop preferences, and then you have to set up your billing setup. Once you put up your billing setup, you'll just have to select your currency, so that you start getting billed in that currency, and so that there are taxes applicable in the same currency as well. So we're going to go through all of this again. Like I said, this is an overview kind of a video. What we are going to do is we are going to have a side-by-side video as well, where I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you all how to go about each step in the coming chapters. Moving on. Listing your products. Once you've registered your shop, you've got to start listing your products. Now, how do you start listing your products? One is that you already have a product portfolio, and then you just have to start listing them. And if you don't have a product portfolio and you're a complete beginner, what you could do is, start your product research on Etsy and see, the entire platform and see what sells the most and what sort of excites you the most as well, because you've got to be really excited about what you do and you have to be really passionate about what you do, because there are times when, business is slow and if you're not really excited about it, or if you're not really seeing yourself doing it for a longer period, it kind of becomes really boring and you don't want to go that path. Hence I'd really recommend you all to, if you all are a complete beginner, just do your product research, spend like 30-40 an hour or a complete day, just research products, just check it out on Google as well, just see what sells the most, and then see if you're really interested in it, and then you could start with the products. And and like I said, once you have your products ready, if you're already having a portfolio, all you need to do is you need to create your listings and you need to price your products. When you price your products, you've got to take into consideration a lot of things. So there are things like the cost of your product, the amount of effort you took in producing the product, and the value that it is going to provide to the seller, your packaging cost, the amount of money you've spent in packaging, and your shipping cost. So there are some sellers that choose to show that their shipping fee is completely nil and they add the cost of the shipping into the product itself, the price of the product itself. And there are some that choose to display it with 100% transparency that this is going to be the cost of shipping, and it's completely normal, because when I also buy on Etsy, I pay a certain price in shipping, and naturally when I run my business as well, I also charge a specific price for the shipping, because shipping is naturally really expensive, and it is a cost that it's a cost. And if you sort of don't take that charge, you're going to end up losing your money, because when it comes to not just domestic shipping, when it comes to international shipping as well, the shipping is expensive. There are a lot of duties involved, there are a lot of taxes involved as well, and hence it's really important that whenever you are doing the pricing of your products, you are taking into account all these things, because you don't want to be doing a business where you're incurring losses. It's as good as not having a business. So you want to be really mindful when you're pricing your products. Make sure to have these costs handy. Just like probably just do a math of the cost of the products, the amount of effort that is gone, the packaging that you spent. Also ensure to add a little layer of marketing as well, the cost that is going to that you're going to incur in marketing as well, and like I mentioned, the shipping as well. So just make sure to oversee all these costs before you start pricing your products, so that you're not only selling products, but you're selling products at a profit that brings you joy. So yeah, just make sure to handle this aspect really carefully. It's really important. Trust me, I've made mistakes, and hence I'm emphasizing a lot on this. I don't want you all to make the mistakes. When I started selling, I didn't really have a lot of resources available, and it was let's just say that it was a learning experience, because I learned a lot and I learned the value of the work that I do, and hence since I have made these mistakes, I don't want you all to make it. So yeah, just price your products fairly. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next chapter, shop optimization and branding. So what shop optimization and branding entails is your profile and bio. So a profile would include your profile picture, and your bio would include a small introduction about yourself, your location. And moving on, there will be shop aesthetics. So Etsy shop is more like a shop that you have for yourself. They give you a complete interface where you can add banners for your products. You can have like a shop update as well, and then you can also update your shop policies. What does shop policies include? It can include information about your shipping, the time it takes for your product to get ready, your return policies, and the countries that you ship in. Everything that you think, it's more like a memorandum for your shop. And I'll also share, my shop policies for you all to quickly like scan through before you all make yours, because it's really, really important to have these things, right? Every person that buys on Etsy comes to Etsy because they know that they're going to find handmade, unique and one of a kind items. Naturally, they research every product well, and it is always better, when you're in the business, it is always better to have 100% transparency in whatever you're doing. This not only builds confidence in the customer, but it also builds a lot of trust and credibility. And that is where your repeat business will come from. Trust me, all our business that we've gotten from Etsy and all our other platforms has been mainly because we've had 100% transparency, and the way we do business, we always keep our customers at the forefront of it. And updating your shop policies and updating your terms is like a part of giving them the 100% transparency, and ensuring and letting them know that there is no gatekeeping here. So it's going to really, really help you in the long run. These are the things that you do in the beginning. It takes a while for you to get it right, but once you have these shop policies set, once you know that these are the policies that you're going to abide with, and these are the policies that are communicated with the buyers as well, it makes a lot of communication easier. And it really saves you from a lot of complaints coming from Etsy, or your buyers going to Etsy and complaining about you. So just do it, because it's really important and it's going to really help your business grow. Okay, so I'll move on to the next thing now. The next one is shipping and handling. See, we've touched about this in our previous chapter as well. And yeah, I just want to tell you that setting your shipping prices is really, really important, because see, when you're selling on Etsy, it's not like you're selling, in a small location. You're selling to a global audience. So your audience is going to come from Dubai. Your audience is going to come from Australia, Denmark, Norway, any other country where Etsy is selling. Your customers are going to see it. And hence it is really, really important to to set your shipping prices correctly. See, one thing that you can do is start looking for online shippers who sell across 195 to 200 countries. So that, I think it's like only 195, my bad, correct me if I'm wrong. I think our shipper DHL Express ship to 195 countries. So I am confident that all the other shippers also do the same. So what you need to do is you need to register with the shipper and get the prices for all the countries, and then you need to set those shipping prices. And like I said, because you're selling to a global audience, you want to make sure that once the package leaves your home until it reaches the customer's place, it has to be safe. It has to be like 100% intact. It does not have to be broken, jarred or anything, because see, ultimately you're going to spend the money in shipping, and if the product arrives broken, you're either going to send them another product at your own cost, or you're going to give them a refund. Either ways, it's not going to be a good experience for you as well as the customer. So just make sure that your shipping prices are accurate so you don't make a loss, and two, your packaging is good. you have to use great packaging material, and it does not bury a big hole in the pocket. I'm going to go through all these things. Like I said, we're going to have like detailed videos for everything. So I'm going to show you all how to do cost efficient yet safe packaging for your products. And yeah, so for now, just make sure that your prices are correct and that your packaging is up to date. So yeah, now let us quickly move on to the next one. I've just been sick after I've come from my holidays, and that's the reason I've been having this cold. So please bear with me. I apologize. And yeah, moving on to marketing and promotion. See, Etsy does a lot of marketing on your behalf. Okay, they have multiple ways to market your products. There are like two ways that you can market. One is that you advertise with Etsy. Etsy does its promotion on the Etsy platform, on Etsy social media and other platforms that Etsy markets their products on. And the other thing is that you also market the products yourself. So how do you do it yourself? Let's find out. First is by social media. So if you have a business, it's important that you have an online presence. Having a business is only one part, but having a successful business is another ball game altogether. See, having an online presence is almost like a second home. Everyone is online, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, you name it. So your customers can be anywhere, and hence it's really important that you have a great social media presence. So naturally, if you're selling on Etsy, customers are not going to dream about you being on Etsy. You have to be communicating about it thoroughly every time, whether it is on Instagram or whether it's on other platform. Just make sure that you keep communicating that you're on Etsy, these are the products that you're selling, and you can also share a lot of information about your products via the Etsy platform as well. Etsy has not only a web interface but also an Etsy seller app that helps you share your products, your information, offers and everything by the app itself. It is super easy and super super user friendly. So you make sure that you constantly and consistently communicate your presence on Etsy, on social media as well. See, there's a saying, and I've only learned this saying as I started doing my business. Your products are as good as your marketing is. So if your product is a world-class product and no one knows about it, there's no point. People have to know about it, and you've got to really take the steps and communicate that you've got a great product, and and there are people out there who are waiting to find it. And I think being in the business for the past 3 years, I've realized that no matter how much you do, your marketing is like a constant thing. You have to do marketing. You have to be authentic, and you have to be in front of people, and you have to continue communicating. So, and with the power of technology, with the power of internet, social media, it's become more and more easier. Imagine, I think, in my grandparents' time, they could not really sell across the globe. They only sold on a specific street where they had their physical shop. So now when we have this luxury of selling on Etsy, why not just share it on social media? And email marketing. See, whenever you sell on Etsy, you have customers' emails, and you can start running your email marketing campaigns. I'm not meaning to say that you must start bombarding them with emails. You must start communicating, to your customers about the new offers, the new launches, and anything new that is happening with your business, so that they are informed, as well as, if they are looking to buy anything new, and, if you've given them a fabulous experience, they're definitely going to come back. But like I said, you've got to have this ongoing communication loop going. That's the only way to have more business via Etsy. Moving on, let's discuss the other things. Customer service. Customer service is a very integral part of running a business. Whether on Etsy, whether on any other platform, you've got to make sure that you are able to get this part right, because the after sales experience and the pre-sales experience will really determine whether you get the sale or not, and whether you continue to get business from this customer or not. And with Etsy, it is such a unique platform. I have not really seen any other platform do this. Before even buying the product, the customer has the ability to communicate with the seller if they have any questions, if they have any specifications. Etsy also promotes a lot of personalization. So if there's anything, Etsy allows, a medium for the buyers to actually communicate with the seller. So whenever you have this message from a potential seller, you must respond back to their queries, and you must have this ongoing communication loop wherein you can share more information about your products, you can answer their queries, and also help them know more about your products, so that it builds that confidence and really helps them answer their queries and think of buying from you. Personal touch. Well, personal touch begins from the time you start communicating with the customer until the time the product is delivered. So I'm just going to share some examples of what I do for my small business. So if I usually on Etsy, whatever I've got has been custom bulk business, and I'm truly grateful for it, because the place that I'm sitting right now is my own space, and we've never been able to buy a house from the time I was a child, and this is the first house I could afford, and this only happened after I started my own business. And of course there's home loan and everything else, but Etsy really helped me save for that down payment. So I'm really grateful for it. And yeah, I'm just going to share my story now. So there's a lot of custom business that we got, and these people have now become friends because we deal with each other on so many occasions. So there was a friend who has a makeup business. So I started interacting with her via Etsy. She wanted about 213 candles, and she wanted to give these candles to her customers who supported her business, and this was during Christmas time, and she had like oodles of questions, and of course I had to answer back, and I helped her with all the queries that she had. I also helped her customize the candles to her favorite scent, color, gift wrapping, everything. And she told me that she wanted 213 candles. I gave her 213 candles, but I also made sure to send her extra gifts, because it really meant a lot to me, and it really meant a lot to me not just as a business owner but as a person as well, because it really helped me a lot financially, and also the very fact that she trusted me with her business, and it was my very first order on Etsy, and it just really boosted a lot. It just boosted my confidence a lot, because not on a daily basis you meet people who can trust you and who are willing to do business with you. So that way Etsy has been really good to me, and because I found such good customers on Etsy, I always make sure that whenever I'm shipping my products, I always send them a complimentary gift and some tidbits from my products, whether it's like a sample pack or anything that makes them happy. Because see, at the end of the day, you're not really selling them. For me, when I think about it, I'm not really selling them a candle. I'm selling them an experience. So I really want to make sure that their experience with me is really good from the point of the first communication until the personal touch. So yeah, that is the takeaway. And yeah, I really want to sort of imbibe this, and I really want you all to sort of absorb this, because it's really helpful. When you start your business, it's not just about starting, it's about getting sales and repeated sales. And these are the only, these small gestures, they really help make a big difference in the way you do business. And, it's not just about buying and selling. It's really about bringing joy in the lives of others, by the way of your products, as well as making yourself happy. So yeah, personal touch, like I said, really important. And yeah, moving on to the next step, monitor and adapt. Etsy, like I said, is a powerful marketplace. It's got superb analytics. They give you a lot of analytics data from how many people have viewed your products, how many people have visited your shop, how many people have got your products in their cart. So they have such detailed analytics, and it's really important that you stay on top of it. If you stay on top of it, like for example, if I know that 20 people have my products in their carts and it's not moving forward, but if I want to make it move forward, Etsy helps me with that as well. I can create a custom coupon and I can send it to them, and that can help them purchase. It can be like a smaller discount of $1, $2, and it will still help you sail your boat through. So Etsy's analytics are really powerful. If you if you keep an eye on the analytics, you learn from them and adapt to the analytics. You optimize your listings, you optimize your products to it, you are definitely going to get more sales on Etsy. And yeah, the next part is continual learning. See, just setting up your shop and just listing your products is not enough. See, it's never going to be enough. You want to do business in the most successful way possible. How will it happen? It will happen via continual learning. See, there are a lot of things that you can do. Etsy itself has a blog where they keep sharing insights. They have, their own learning platform as well, where they keep sharing insights, their metrics, and what are the trends. So you've got to stay up to date. And if you consume all of that information, naturally your mind is going to be wired for success, and you're going to take those steps that are going to take you 2 steps ahead. There is one thing about being a seller, and there's one thing about being a successful business owner. And we need to, cross that gap, and we need to reach a stage where, we are not only doing business, but we are doing business successfully. And yeah, just learning, adapting to the analytics, and, learning from the data, and learning via Etsy will really help you get there. Okay. Moving on. Now this is where I'm going to talk about bonus tips. So see, when you're doing a business, it really gets lonely. I'm talking from my personal experience, because when I started business, I'm the first one in my family, firstly, to have a business. And when I started having discussions about having my own business, I really met with I did not really get a good response, because everyone is scared. Everyone is having this unknown anxiety, or people have this fear of rejection, fear of failure, and not everyone is geared to take risks. So that is the kind of that is naturally the kind of responses that I got, not just from my family, from my friends as well. And it's really hard to stay upbeat. When people keep telling you it's not going to work, and you really want to make it work, it's really challenging to stay upbeat, to stay positive, to wake up every single day and be positive and do the best that is there for your business. But what really helps is to have a community of like-minded people who are actually going to do, or who are actually going through the same journey as you are. And that is where the Etsy community, the seller community, comes into picture. If you're a new seller, or if you're an existing seller, you must join the community, because there are people who are doing business like you are doing. They may be selling a complete different product, but there is so much that you can learn from them. You interact with them, you ask them questions, you get so much learning by just interacting. And it's just a very fabulous way of reaching out to like-minded small business owners, and not just from a learning point of view, but really from a moral support and a community point of view. It's a really good way to interact with people. And trust me, how much ever you learn from the there's just so much that you're going to learn from the seller community itself that you won't really learn elsewhere. And like I said, when the going gets tough, these are the people that really help you stay aboard, stay focused, stay motivated, and these are the people that selflessly keep helping you out. So like I said, you've got to join the seller community. That is bonus one. And the second part is every order that you get is an opportunity to make a difference. So it's really important that you align your business with a purpose. Once you align your business with the purpose, it really helps you communicate that with the seller, with the buyers as well. And that is what makes you different from other sellers or from other business owners. So that's bonus 2. And third, like I said, whenever you sell, make sure to give something for free, because whatever you give for free is an act of kindness and it will come back to you. So yeah, these were the things that I really feel have made a big difference in my life as a small business owner and a seller on Etsy. You can find my Etsy shop, just search for SOSA candles. I've been selling candles on Etsy since 2021 and I'm really grateful for all the experiences I've had on Etsy. And if you found this video helpful and if you found value in this video, please make sure to give a thumbs up to my video and subscribe to my channel, because like I said, I'm going to make a complete video series of how to sell on Etsy, and this is going to be your last resort. You'll not have to go anywhere else, and I'm going to provide you all the value that I have learned from my personal experiences, so that it becomes seamless for you to adapt to the platform and to join and start selling your products successfully. So yeah, this was it for today's video. I'm going to see you again in the next video. Until next time, stay positive and yeah, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.